foremost, going to start off by giving all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rikah Kodash.
Double honors to the elders and the apostles and salutations to the brothers out there pushing this truth without diligence and sincerity. And to shalom to the speaking word of brothers and sisters out there living this truth. Yeah, right now, man, we're on the brink of the end of Esau's society, man. You know, we're out here, which would still be a lot of people on this Saturday, even no matter the 10th. You know, because it just got done with these holidays getting finished up. There'll be a lot of people out here on these streets, man.
Snow bunny weather.
Yeah, man, but you look around, it's nobody, man. It's nobody shopping. And these people be out here in below weather, man, in single-digit weather to shop. It's still in the 30s right now, man.
Right, 20s. There's in the 20s right now.
All right. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 4. And the doors shall be shut in the streets, and with a sound of grinding and slow, he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
That's right. Like, you look behind us, and you look on the other side of us, a lot of these stores are closed down, boarded up, man. And it's only more to come, man. The Lord says he's going to cut off all the work in this place, man. You know, which is one of the reasons why we're going to have to go to war. To give these storehouses and these companies a financial bailout, man, to boost the economy, man.
That's why they go to war. We ain't got shit to do with this shit.
Right.
Oh,
Fuck
yeah.
Esau and his kingdom.
Right, because a lot of those politicians and also a lot of politicians also the elite, they got investments in ammunition companies, the companies that make the rifles and
Oh yeah.
stuff like that, and the army uniform.
Yeah,
and everything
yeah.
like
War's
that.
big business.
War is big business. And that's they think about going to World War III, that they're gonna bring the economy back to America. But that's basically you selling your fate, which is doom, man. All right, go ahead.
I got Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and horsemen because they are very strong.
And that's what Esau Edom's job is to do, is to get everybody involved. It's not a part of this truth, you know, to follow him, man. And that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna follow this guy to war and get fucked up. They're gonna take their RFID chip and get fucked up. Any way that Esau Edom is leading you is gonna be to death. You know,
Just because you took that chip, don't mean it's gonna save your ass, man. It's got the devil, man.
this man can't save himself, man. It says in the book of Isaiah, it says that we have watched for people that could not save us, man.
Hell, we can't save ourselves. We waiting on Yahweh while Yahweh Shai to save us. He definitely can't save himself.
Come.
But they look not into the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord.
Right, they don't seek Yahweh Shem Shai. They don't seek the vessels of Yahweh Shem Shai uses, so they could get correct counsel, man. They don't want that, man. They always going to their daddy Esau, man.
That's it. The Uncle E.
Uncle E.
Bad Uncle E.
It's a scripture in there in that Isaiah
I got Isaiah.
where it says that it shall not be any more work in Egypt. What's that 19? It might be Isaiah 19. Give what you got.
All right, this is Isaiah 30:1. Woe to the rebellious children of Israel, the children, saith the Lord, they take counsel, but not of me, and that covered with a covering, but not of my spirit.
Right, that's it.
That they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down to Egypt, and have not asked my mouth to strengthen themselves in strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
Right? Because before you do anything, even if, like, say if the Lord did want us to go to, to Esau for some help, which, that's how the Lord would have it. The first thing you're supposed to do is inquire of the Lord on whether or not you're supposed to do this thing or not, man. And that's with everything. It says in the book of Sirach, man, that to acknowledge the Lord in all your ways, man.
Right.
You know, let reason go before every enterprise, man.
David always was before Yahweh, while Yahweh Shah wanted to know, did he really want to go down to this war or that war or go on these people or march on these people? Gideon was notorious. Hey, let me ask you a couple times so I can be sure that I'm talking to you. That's it. He's like, yeah, I don't want to make you mad, but I just want to be sure. Go ahead, Al.
Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. That's confusion, you know, Egypt.
Right. This you're right. Your trust in Esau's sister gonna be your shame.
Your shame. That's right.
When you've been the kingdom, like it say in Daniel chapter 12, man, you gonna be ashamed, man. You gonna have that certain
Look.
that certain energy that off you, man. You gonna be hanging your head ashamed from the kingdom for a while, man. Right? You know how that's gonna be, man. Everybody happy happy the kingdom and everything. You just shameful as shit.
Yeah.
You just feeling stupid. You gonna be like, damn, I fought against this. Damn, I trust this this devil, man.
That's right. That's right. Especially ones that fell out that was in the truth.
Yeah.
Or whatnot. Especially GMS fallouts, man. That's gonna be a whole different class of scenario. I was among them, and then they gonna have to face the fact that it wasn't meant for them.
Right.
And this, that, and other, because they was exposed to it
Right.
and couldn't hold it.
Yeah. And I really hope El Tahad is Paul and reincarnated, so y'all can feel stupid in the kingdom and shit.
That's right.
Seek it deeper, because you
That's
always
right.
mocking him, talking about he think he Paul. I hope he is Paul.
I do too.
I hope he is Paul. We've been fucking stupid in the kingdom.
But you never said he was Paul.
Right.
Yeah, no, that was put on him. He never
put
made
on.
that claim.
He
Yeah, he
made
never
jokes
claimed
about it,
that.
but he never actually.
Yeah, but I hope he is Paul.
That's it.
Y'all feel real stupid in the kingdom.
Yeah, but Paul. Look, standing in your last lot. Paul was the apostle for the Gentiles,
Yep.
and we was all in the lost state,
We was Gentiles.
and we was Gentiles. So, stand in your lot in the last days.
Yep. Here you go. Yep. That's right.
Isaiah 19 and 15, neither shall there be any works of Egypt which the head of the tail branches rush may do.
Read that slow.
Yeah, read it slow and read it right.
Isaiah 19 and 15, neither shall there be any works of Egypt.
It says neither should there be any more work for Egypt, man. Because right now the Lord is closing down business for this place. It's
That's
up,
right.
Man.
That's right.
The time of Esau's rulership, the so-called white man's rulership, is finito, man. It's over with. He's punched his last ticket. You know,
He punched his last ticket.
he's out the door. It's over with for him, man. The Lord is about to come get his ass and haul this man away to service his few remaining years in slavery, and then he gets destroyed completely.
That's it.
Hey, Esau could put out the apartment building. His rent is due. It's way overdue and shit.
This nigga's about to get evicted from the earth,
Get
man.
evicted, man. He gonna get cast down.
You gotta understand, this man really fucked up. Shit, and these people want to save this guy. There is no saving this so-called white man. He did this shit to himself.
Exactly.
Enjoy the rainforest.
That's right.
That's
you
it.
did it to yourself.
Hey, you know, the man in the house, how he put out the guy that started trouble. They left the house, and one was like, no, honey, those city people like, hey, your house like this, grab him out of college, get his ass up, man.
Hey, you know, it's funny you mentioned that.
Yeah.
That reminds me of that opening scene in Django when they say go get the marshal. No, go get the sheriff first.
Yeah.
Then they go get the sheriff, and he walk up there like he's some big badass. Why you want to come in here disturbing these people, making this ruckus? And he was a fucking criminal. Old boy walked out there, had no problem, popped him dead. Die, motherfucker! You ain't righteous.
Now you go get the
Now you go get the marshal. That's what it reminds me of. That's it. Now you go get the marshal. That's it. Esau was the hammer of the earth.
Yep.
But like I said, but now your ability to be what the Lord needed to beat us down is past. It's done now.
Right, that's right. That's right.
Go ahead, Al.
No, somebody get Psalms 49. Somebody get Psalms 94.
Psalms chapter 49, verse 11. It says, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names.
Right, yeah. You think you Edomites, so-called Europeans, you think your rulership gonna end forever?
Last forever.
Your rulership gonna last forever, man.
That's right.
When it's not, man. All this talk, what you gonna do 2050 and all that shit. Man.
Exactly.
Hey man, you could counsel that, man. You ain't going to no goddamn Mars, man. You know, fucked up the Earth, you gonna go fuck up another planet and shit.
Matter of fact,
So thick, man.
matter of fact,
About to be up there with all the bitches
Right.
fucking on
Mars
space
and shit.
stations and shit on Mars, throwing fucking Peach City parties and shit. Nah, man, the Lord's not about to have you go out there and outside this Earth's atmosphere,
Right.
and be a devil.
You ain't went to the fucking moon.
hey, matter of fact, he says not only is he going to throw this man down, he going to throw all that shit down. Ain't going to be no motherfuckers satellites and shit up there in motherfucking space. All that shit coming back down to the planet with your ass, man.
Yes.
Hey, when you look up in the kingdom and think you see a chariot, it's going to be a chariot.
Ain't gonna be no like on Total Recall, Mars today. And all that
Exactly.
shit.
Ain't going to be
See all
none of that.
shit.
Ain't going to be none of that
No
shit.
fucking Pepsi, nigga.
Yeah, that's what they think. Cause that's why they make those moves. Cause they think their houses gonna continue. Man. Ain't gonna be no United States of Mars and all that crazy shit.
Right,
Shit.
right.
Hell no, man. All right.
Then he say he went to the moon. Why you went go back up there then?
That's the easiest.
Right.
That's the easiest question.
That's right. If I already been somewhere, why constantly keep trying to go there all the time?
Well,
you ain't went there.
Hold on.
Anything
Hold
should be field trips on the moon right now.
Hey, exactly. Since you went and since we know your MO, and your MO is wherever you go, you conquer and subdue it,
And colonize.
well, and colonize it. Why is it that you didn't subdue and colonize the moon since you said you was up there, and you did it with technology that was 40 years ago, able to get there, but now you can't get there now?
There should be a fucking McDonald's and Starbucks.
Thank you.
Yeah. There should be a McDonald's and Starbucks on the moon. Every time the astronauts go up there, they should stop at McDonald's and
Shit
Starbucks.
is funny as hell. They asses out here homeless with a baby.
Hey, that's perfect, man. Hey, that's perfect.
Try to babysit on the side.
Yeah. Hey, I ain't never seen that. I never seen a homeless Edomite family downtown before. I never seen that.
That was a whole
You won't see
family.
that. You won't see that back in the day, man.
With a newborn child. That
Wow.
shit is cold as hell out here.
That's it.
The Murphys, hey man, the Murphy of this place has dropped.
That's right.
Hey man, America's just waiting for a nuke to hit it.
That's all.
That's it. It's over.
Hey,
Just like that old ass Shack pops.
Right.
Old ass Shack you see down south. That
Right.
motherfucker been
Right.
dragging all the time. Just waiting for something to hit his
So
ass.
exactly.
Just waiting for that tornado to come put it out of his misery.
Hey, you heard what Tony Montana say? He said America is like a big pussy just waiting to get fucked.
Well, he meant that in the way of taking control and having
Exactly.
control over his resources.
Right.
No, this motherfucker getting fucked. That's in this.
That's done.
It's about to be done.
That's it.
Done,
It's about to be
son.
over with.
All right, get that scripture.
Overdone, son.
Oh, the wind blowing. Psalms 94.
Shalom, brother. Shalom.
Shalom, Mark. Shalom. Shalom.
Psalms 94. That's what's the name, man.
That's Swift. Yeah, that's Swift. That's weed smoking Swift.
Yeah, that's Swift, ain't it?
That's Swift.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. Because first I didn't know who it was. That's why I said Shalom. Then I turned around and saw him. I said Shalom.
I kind of thought it was him too.
Man,
Yeah.
ain't no point, man. Ain't put Mosai brought him down. Ain't no point. Just keep beating him up. He already got judges.
Was that? Yeah, he already know. Hey, we still out here. We still doing what we
Still
doing.
doing, hey, all you gotta do is just repent. Hey, but there you go right there.
Let the Lord curse his ass out.
Yeah, it right.
Press.
Hey, but it depends on what the Lord's to bring him back.
Exactly.
Right, so it's up to the Lord. We can't just can't do more for us. It's up to ain't up to
Right.
us.
I mean,
Hey.
the Lord said this,
Yup.
that there is forgiveness of everything but the
Blasphemy of the
Blasphemy.
Holy Spirit.
And that nigga was a part
Blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. That's right.
Yeah, but he finished, man. But point is, they don't used to curse them out.
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
And that's why I did. That's why I said what I said. Like I said, Shalom is one thing, Shalom is another. Whatever the Lord's go have happen, He gonna let it have happen.
All right,
Shalom.
get to this, right?
Go with that. Drop the
Psalms
scripture.
94 and
1.
Psalms 94 and 1. O Lord God, to whom revenge belongeth of God, to whom revenge.
Right, not I'm gonna get some guns, so I'm gonna go bring Esau down by myself.
That's it.
Alright, hell no, man. Alright, many of people tried it. Even I believe after Yahushua died, they try to bring it was either before Yahushua or after he died, they try to bring the Romans down and stuff like that. It kept failing and shit.
Zealots.
Yeah, the Zealots.
Yeah, the
The
Zealots.
Sicaris.
The Zakata. Alright, ain't gonna none of this shit happen, man. Alright? This warfare's not carnal, man. It's spiritual, man. Alright, go ahead.
belonging, showing himself, lift up thy judge of the earth, render a reward to the proud.
Right, render a reward to the proud. To you proud ass
Uncle E.
Uncle E, man.
That's it.
Uncle E, this little spawn. The badass kids. You proud as fuck, man. Right, you real proud, man. You ain't getting the credit to the most side that put you in the spot. Then you gonna look down upon everybody and shit. Even though Jake helped you built this fucking shit.
They built this motherfucker for you.
Right, then you gonna look down on Jake. But
Of
Jake
course.
ain't made no contribution or nothing.
No.
Right.
Hey, Trump got a Trump Tower, like he built it.
Right.
You ain't lay one brick down there. You ain't lift one steel girder. You ain't do none of that shit. But your name is sprawled all over it.
Right. All these events and Jake, the stoplight, everything, man. Hey, no so-called Mexican you hate. Hey, popcorn come from the man, but you hate the so-called Mexican. Hey, he hate the so-called Mexican, but he got Taco Bells all over the goddamn rip off, man. Yeah, now it's Chipotle. Alright? Go ahead.
Go ahead, y'all.
Alright, the Lord, how long shall the wicked, how long shall the wicked trumpet?
Right.
How long shall they utterly and speak hard things, and all the workers of iniquities boost themselves?
Alright, hold on to the wicked triumph, man. And that's part of the sample of Esau's folly, man. This homosexuality shit. This doctrine that he done spread, man.
Exactly.
This shit affected our people, man. This guy got to go, man. Alright? That's what I said, Michael chapter 2. This it says this is your pollution. It's not your rest. Right? Yeah. Alright? That's one of the false philosophy, man. You could be a homosexual, you could be a transgender and all this dumb
It
shit.
says that the Lord offered them up unto vile affections, man.
Right.
That's a
Exactly.
curse that you affected.
Yeah, that's a curse, man. Hey, you got, yeah, that is a curse because you got a lot of sodomites. They try their best not to be a sodomite and shit. They try to go to what's that church program? Be straight, some shit like that.
Scared straight.
No, scared straight.
They need to be scared
They
straight.
need to be scared
Gay,
straight.
it's to be some type of saying gay, some shit like that. Gay
Yeah.
no more or something like gay be gone.
Pray to gay away.
They be gone.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Pray the gay away.
Pray the gay
Yeah,
away.
pray the gay
Damn.
away and all that shit.
Damn.
Man, they get that heavy demon, man. Hey man, it's up to the Lord to take that demon off
Well,
for you.
the thing is, that whole demon comes with it's a sickness of depression, man. Because you're not right. Something's wrong with you.
Yeah.
Whether those people want to admit it or not,
Right.
they inwardly know that something ain't right.
Ain't right with
I
you.
used
They know
to
that.
go to college down. I used to have a classmate, and she wanted to send her to the military so she could die, cause she knew she had that dyke demon on her, man.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was like, the fuck, I was cursing out like, there's no fuck came. I was cursing like, fuck wrong with you? You ain't gonna fucking kill yourself for it. I said, this shit don't make no sense. And then I figured out, I said, oh, she gonna die because she got that homosexual
Well,
spirit on her.
it's a mental illness.
That's it. That's
That
it.
shit, the thing is, Esau trying to rephrase it and make it seem like being straight is the mental illness. Well, this is what has worked for thousands and thousands of years,
Yeah.
but this is a mental illness.
Hey, like that TV
Kind of
show Shield, they, not Agent of Shield, but Shield, come on FX.
The quarter.
And you had this, what's wrong with the camera?
No.
Okay,
The camera's
you
fine.
had that Jake Cop, and he would try to battle that demon, that homosexual demon and shit. And You gotta see the show anyway.
Just sound bugged.
Yeah, but it's bugged out, man.
Take
But
this
guess
out my
what?
pocket
The Lord put
first.
that heavy
Take the
spirit
power
on
pack
us
out of my
like
pocket
Christ, man.
first.
God.
All right, go ahead.
Put that in your hand.
This is Micah chapter 2, verse 11. Well, it's like 2 verse 10.
Right.
It says, "Arise ye and
Put your
depart,
glove
for
on.
this is not your rest,
Right.
because it is polluted.
Right. Go ahead.
Because it is polluted,
Hold on.
it shall
Move
destroy
your
you,
hand.
even with the sword of destruction."
Right, man.
Use the camera over here in this
society's
corner.
polluted,
So
man.
grab it.
For all types of
But you can't-
wickedness, man. That's why the Lord tell you
Just
depart
grab
from
the
it.
damn thing.
But what does it
man.
say in the book of Isaiah? It
Just
says
keep,
that
keep your
I
hand
have
from being in
polluted
front
mine
of the camera.
inheritance,
The
man.
camera's right here. in
All
this
right.
corner.
I have gave my people over into thine hand, man.
That's right.
Over into the hand of who? Esau Edom, man. This guy is a sick man.
Right.
This guy is weird as hell, man. Who the only person that would rather have sex with a dog or a little child than a woman, man. And then these people don't get arrested for that shit.
Yep, they don't.
Then they-
yeah, you got Edomites like in that movie, Dr. Sleep. Dr. Sleep, they kill no kids and shit. They kill no kids and stuff. They got a lot of money and they got like a lot of political. They got a lot of juice, but they can't go to jail, get convicted for this shit.
And what does Esau do with that? He puts it in his movies, but that's the shit that they actually do, man.
Yeah.
They actually do this, man. They actually do blood sacrifices when some of these kids go missing. What do? They harvesting their organs, man. They're eating mostly Israelite children, man. Doing it for blood sacrifices, all that type of weird ass shit, man.
At the Bohemian Gruff.
That's what they doing to a lot of you black women and shit. They sacrifice us to take your organs.
And this guy is doing this because he doesn't want his society to go down, but it's going down. And it's not based off of us taking up arms and saying, "Oh, let's wear where your fringe at, where your garment, brother. Matter of fact, where's your camouflage garment, brother?" Well, the point of camouflage is to fucking blend into your surroundings, man. The point of having camouflage is to not be known, but it's just to simply declare the truth, man. This is the spirit is the camouflage, man. We come out here, we have our garments on when we teach, and then we take them off when we go home. We dissipate and we become as one of the crowd. Because you know what? Pretty soon it says that we about to be ghosts, man.
Yep.
We about to be ghosts out here, man. We're not about to be out here in these streets for much longer, man. And these people you got to put yourself in the spirit to not be found by nobody but a man of the Lord, man.
Yep, they gonna go the family of the word, man. Right,
Yep.
The family of the word, man.
Yeah,
All right, they're gonna be going to sea to sea looking for us, man. You gonna find us.
This is Amos chapter 8, verse 11. It says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord God, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord Yahweh. And they shall wander from sea to sea." And when you go into the word wander, it means to basically to go aimlessly, man. They don't know where the fuck they going, but they searching and struggle to find what the fuck they need to survive, what they need to eat, man. Which is in this case spiritual food, to actually find that physical food, man.
Not only they gonna looking for the porn, they gonna be looking at us on YouTube and shit. All that shit gonna get pulled, man. When Esau take over and shit, get us off the streets, taking down our sites and shit like that.
He taking down all our pages,
Everything,
man.
Only thing you're gonna see on YouTube is how to make baby shoes out of paper bags and shit like that. they gonna be on the internet searching for us and shit.
How to make homemade
All
diapers.
homemade and cakes and shit like that. The dog dance and all that shit. That's all you gonna find. You ain't gonna find us on no damn internet. We saw take us off these streets and shit, man. You know.
It says, "They shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord Yahweh, and shall not find it."
Yep, all you scoffers, man. All you black unconscious, they gonna be looking for us and shit. We gonna be out here. Alright.
It says, "In that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst," because y'all, hey man, y'all gonna be bugged out here, man.
Yeah.
And that's where it says, hey, and then they still gonna blaspheme the name of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah by doing what? More wickedness? Because they're not gonna have any type of understanding. So what's gonna happen? They're gonna relate more and more to a beast like mode, man. You people gonna be more and more primal. You're gonna become brutes, man. The manifestation of your heart is gonna be fully made known that you found that you left your foundation upon naught, man, upon vain things, and it shit that was not gonna deliver your ass at the end of the day, man. That's what y'all invested in. We're going This is Acts chapter 5, verse 36. It says, For before these days rose up Theudas, boasting himself to be somebody, to whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves, who was slain, and all as many as obeyed him were scattered and brought to naught. Right? That's what happens when you act on carnal means, man. That's the reason why Edom is going to be destroyed. We're going to let him go out and be carnal. We're going to let him do the slander and lies. Because everything we've been saying is truth. You know? Gonna go out here and let him be this murderous motherfucker and then blame it on somebody else, man. But we're going to proclaim the truth at the end of the day, man. We're not going to go out and act on our own hand. We don't have to. It says, after this man rose up Judas of Galilee in the days of taxing. It's talking about Judas of Maccabeus, man. And the time when the Greeks had came on the scene. It says they rose up Judas of Maccabeus at the time of taxing, man. And this is what happened. It says, and drew away much people after him. He also perished, and all even as many as obeyed him were dispersed. Meaning the Lord wasn't with it. So what happened? He destroyed the shepherds of that flock and scattered the sheep, man. You know, which is an old sin that directly goes to Yahushua. But that's what happens, man. That's how you destroy a band. You kill off the heads, and then you put the rest of the sheep to flight, man. The rest of the host to flight. And that's exactly what's gonna happen with you false camps. Ultimately, with the rest of you bands that's gonna be in America, you black nationalists, you white supremacists, all you type of different groups is gonna group together in that day. You're gonna all come to naught. It's only gonna be one left standing, man. The house of David, Bayat Dawad, man. You know, the house of King David, man, and under Yahushua.
In fact, in the Acts, if I'm not mistaken, it says, if it is the Lord, if it is of the Lord, you can do nothing against it.
We're still in the same chapter.
Oh, damn. Go ahead. Shit.
It says, now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. But if it be of the Most High, ye cannot overthrow it. Lest haply ye be found even to fight against the Most High.
Right, so most of you people are just really coming up against the doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which is the truth, which is the scriptures. Whether you understand them or not, all right? What you guys are doing is coming up against the truth. You're kicking against the pricks, all right?
It said come to naught, you know, the Black Panther movie, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff's gonna stop, you know what I'm saying? Ku Klux Klan movement gonna come to stop, you know?
All right? The only thing that's gonna keep on going is this actual truth, all right? It says they're gonna come to naught because what? They're not of the Lord, all right? There's only one truth, one doctrine, one spirit, man, all right? If it's not of that, then guess what? It's gonna be stopped. It's gonna be done away with, all right? Which most of you people have. You don't have the truth, man. A lot of you people just have what you would call the traditions of men. All right? Go ahead. Is something on that?
No, you got something good.
Yeah, you can get Isaiah 34. Right? Because, hey, this is the year of prophecy, man, and we're speaking prophecies, man. We're telling you everything that's going to happen, man. All right? And everything that's going to happen, all right? Because, like you just said, motherfuckers out here that's preaching false doctrine is eventually going to come to the end, all right? The ones that's actually speaking the truth, all right? The world is going to see the truth for what it actually is, man. And for a lot of you people, it's going to be too late. All right? Go ahead.
It's Isaiah 34:1. It says, come near, ye nations, to hear and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it.
All right, so this is a public service announcement for everybody, man. All right?
It's dead out here, good.
Go ahead.
It says, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord Yahweh is upon all nations.
So the righteous anger, that judgment is upon all nations, man. every last nation, man. Go ahead.
And his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter.
Right, his fury upon all their armies. Now, what did the Lord say in Joel 3? All right, for his people's sake, he should plead. There at the valley of Jehoshaphat for them. All right, now when you look up that word plead, it's Salaki. I roughly paraphrase or butcher the scripture. When you look into that word flee, it means judge, man. So the Lord is about to righteously judge everybody with his righteous anger, right? His indignation for the things that has been done on this planet Earth, man. Go ahead.
It says, he hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses.
Right, because there's going to be so many dead bodies, man, that they're just going to be sitting there, man. There's going to be none to bury them, right? Until we eventually get the kingdom. And the first job for Esau Edom is to be burying these dead bodies, man. All right? That's how much mass death is about to go across the planet Earth. Like the scripture says, the slain of the Lord goes from one end of the earth unto the other.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says, and their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood.
Go ahead.
And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down, as a leaf falleth from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree.
Right, just like I believe 2 Peter say, that they should burn like an oven. That fervent heat, the elements should melt. Right? It says the heavens should roll together like a scroll, man. That's that mushroom cloud. This is the judgment that Yahweh Bashim started speaking about, man. That burning of fire, man. That's how this place is going to get cleansed. That's how a lot of you other people are going to get cleansed, man. All right? Through the burning of fire, man. All right? Because you guys choose not to get right, man. All right? Go ahead.
It says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, and upon the people of my curse to judgment.
And what's the Lord's sword? All right, those are ICBMs, man. International, what's that? Intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. All right, those nukes. And that's how the world is going to end. The world that you know is going to end by fire that the Lord prescribed. Via nukes and via the chariots, man. Go ahead.
It says, the sword of the Lord Yahweh is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams from the Lord Yahweh, for the Lord Yahweh had to sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
Well, where's Basra? Where's the land of Idumea? Who's the golden city? Babylon the Great, America. This is the place where the great sacrifice is going to happen, man. Right? That new Passover, man. The Lord is about to do away with this place, man. Right? That great destruction. Right? Like the scripture says, howl ye at the day of the Lord, man. Right? It's going to be nothing pleasant about this day that the Lord is about to bring. Hey, it's going to be pleasant to us because it's a good riddance.
It's payback.
Right? But to you people, hey, you're about to suffer for the things that you have done. All right?
That's right. It says, and the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust shall be made fat with fatness.
All right? Because when those nukes hit, everything's going to drop out the sky, except for the chariots. As far as planes, satellites, things of that nature, and that EMP go off, right? Basically, that's what happens when the nuke blows, just like the EMP also, right? All that technology is going to fall off the skies, man. Right? The earth is going to be darkened, man. Hey, dust, rocks, all right, things of that nature is going to be cast into the air. Go ahead. But we go from there to, matter of fact, hit the back of 2. Right? Because the things that we're talking about are coming fast, man. prophecies. It's elite. All right.
Back to
Start with 2 and 1.
I get this in Jeremiah real quick.
Go ahead, yeah, go.
This is Jeremiah 25 and 33. It says, "And the slain of the Lord Yahweh shall be at that day from one end of the earth, even unto the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented, neither gathered, nor buried. They shall be dung upon the ground." Yeah, because like the brother said, that's how many dead bodies is going to be, man. There's going to be so much. They're going to be left out in the streets, man.
Hey, and you got people talking about pray for the troops. Why? For what?
Should pray for your damn self.
Hey, those are the same troops that's going to try to come against the Lord. All right? For what? And you come against the Father, you're going to get your ass smoked. All right? Whether you think it's for a good cause or not, man. All right? Anybody involved with World War III, as far as army or military personnel, they're going to get smoked via World War III or the chariots or the nukes, man. The Lord is going to be, he's going to do away with that northern army, like Joel speaks about, man. All right? Go ahead.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1. It says, "I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower."
So
Set me upon the tower.
If somebody's watching, somebody what? Measuring the time diligently, man. Which are the prophecies. Somebody watching the prophecies, man. That's what it's talking about. So, I gotta let this one go. It's a lot. I gotta let this one go. Go ahead.
All right.
We're going into the back to
What you got?
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1. It says, "I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved." Right. Because the Lord's been perfecting this movie since the beginning, and now that everything's playing out, you know, these prophecies are speaking, man. You know? Now it's being made known who really had the truth, man. And who's gonna stick with this same message that we've been preaching. Hey man,
The whole time.
Hey man, we've already convinced ourselves, obviously. So now that we're here, we shouldn't get too shaky, man. We shouldn't get too shaky. We've been saying that, hey, that don't do that, don't come off this type of way, because then they're gonna try to blame us. We know they're gonna already try to blame us for some type of terrorist attack, man.
Right.
And they're gonna use these things as a way to defend Israel as being the people of the chosen of the Lord, and to use that as an excuse to go to war, man. They're gonna do all this shit. Hey man, I gotta hand it to him, man. He did it this time, man. Well, the Lord did it this time, really,
That's
man.
right, exactly.
Cause it's like
Can't give that Edomite credit for
can't
shit.
give him shit. Esau, you know what I mean?
You're already a prideful motherfucker. Give him credit. Now this the Lord movie. You just played your simpleton ass role.
He didn't have no other choice, man.
Exactly.
He had to play Esau. You had to play it out the way you did because you ain't got no more time left, man. And not to mention it's being made known who the real Israelites are, man.
That's it.
But that was one of the things that you had that you thought you had in your back pocket, but it slipped, man.
Yeah, so Donald Trump wasn't able to sign into law your nationality. He wasn't able to give you our nationality. The world might want to recognize it as such, but you don't have our nationality. Amos 1:8, Zechariah 9:6, I think, bears that out. You're not the people of the scriptures, okay? But now, what we dealing with?
Chapter 2.
Go ahead.
It says, "And the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it."
So these scriptures, the way they've been written, the way that we're taught by Apostle Tahar and them coming out of New York, and the way we learned it, you go into the Hebrew, you go into the Greek, you can break things down. That way you can go into these prophecies and break them down correctly. And that's what we've been doing. And now that we've been saying, y'all didn't want to know what a glittering arrow was, or these types of things. Okay, you ain't want to know what those are. But now those are being made plain because of the fact that those are those missiles in them silos that's going to come out and do their damage. Those the missiles that's in them subs is going to come out and do that damage. Okay? Go ahead, I'll read.
Yeah, it says that he may run that readeth.
So that he may run that readeth. So as they say, that's a major piece of meat. But what did the apostles do? They cut it down and they purate it so that we can understand it, and then they brought it back to us again in meat form, you know, fully cooked. And now we are full age. We can chew it and break it back down to puree for the next person. Okay? If you don't know what puree is, that's the baby food when you grind it all the way down where a baby can eat it. Okay? Because we break this stuff down to milk. We make it simple for you. Go ahead, Al.
It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time.
The appointed time, but now's the time. Go ahead.
But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will come, it will not tarry.
So Ezekiel 37, Ezekiel 38, all those prophecies that you got going on in Iran and Turkey and Tubal and Meshach and these people, that region is coming to play now. Okay, you ain't want to deal with what Persia is. Well, Persia is Iran. So guess what? 1935, when they flipped the name and y'all didn't want to know who it is, you understood Persia, but you didn't want to understand that it's Iran today. We done flipped it back. We done went back 1935 and flipped the name back for you so you can understand it. You don't understand what Persia is? Persia is Iran today. So now all that shit that's going on in Iran was going to be the things that was going to be happening to the Persia that was going to make a lot of this shit jump off. So now there it is in simple form. Okay? Yeah. As they say, the Reader Digest version of it. The synopsis, the abbreviated version of it for you. Go ahead, Al.
That's right, man. It says that this vision was made for a appointed time that he may run the breathing.
That's right.
Hey, once the wise man was gonna pick up on it, he was gonna spread it, man. What does it say in the scripture? It says that this in the book of Sirach that this was written for those that are also addicted to learning. Because what is the grandson of what was it, the son of Sirach, he took his father's words and he added unto him, man. So basically a man that's going to be into the word of the Lord, he's going to be occupied into these prophecies, and what he's going to continue to do, he's going to continue to expand that message, man. He's going to dive off into it, he's going to find out more about it, and he's going to spread it. Then the person he's going to find somebody else that's just like him that's interested into this thing of ours, and he's going to take it and he's going to go deep into it, and he's going to spread it also, man. It's going to keep on going until these things start happening, man, because the book of the Lord lives. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. And now that these prophecies are speaking, man, nobody can say that the Lord didn't say that this would happen, man.
Right. He spoke to the end from the beginning. As Apostle Hart said here recently, it was so poetic. It's like hindsight is 20/20. So hindsight being 20/20, that means you can see everything clearly and perfectly. You know, once it's done passed, you get a chance to look back at it. So the scripture says he spoke to the end from the beginning. So now that it's passing, we're able to look at it and see it perfectly for what it is, because we didn't understand what a glittering arrow was back then in that day. But what the scripture says, it says there'll be prophets from those times that will want to see what we see, because see, in this day and in this age and in this time right here, we know that this is the end time. This is the end time. This is the last go around. You know, all these things is coming to the head. The kingdom on earth, our Father which art in heaven, Abba and Nawa. You know what I'm saying? All this is coming to pass here on this earth right now. He said these things had to happen for the kingdom of heaven to happen. So for the elect, this is a glorious time for us.
Oh yeah, it's a glorious thing, man. Yeah, hey, man. I'm gonna get it. Can you get it? Sirach 25 and 7.
I'm just going to 25.
Yeah, man. Because we are living in amazing times, and all we gotta do is keep on doing what the Lord told us to do, man. You know, which is to keep praying, to keep fasting, to follow His laws, ask for more spiritual guidance, ask for more spiritual gifts. You know, the faith to get through these times, the spirit of enduring. You know, getting more into these prayers so that when we get caught up into some madness, we know exactly how to send up the right prayer to engage in this situation, man. You know, praying for the Spirit on how to maneuver in these times, man. What's the right thing to say, when to speak. These are things we need to pray for, man. And to pray for each other in jams, man, because a lot of shit's going to be happening as brothers. Well, brother might not be with you at that moment, and some shit can happen, man. That's why you got to keep on praying for yourself and brothers, and that the Lord still has that covering over us.
Right. I got that one ready. So, Rod 25:7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and a 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children.
So a man that has joy in his children, man, because you know, you look in societies like today, it's really hard for somebody to have that unless they completely wicked. They gotta be a wicked motherfucker that still have their
enjoy
kids.
this.
Yeah, man. They even want your kids around in this shit. Oh, well, my kids is gonna go to college. What college, nigga? Shit. That shit is, those days are over with, man. And you shouldn't even wanted that type of spirit to have this place go on much longer. But hey, man, that happy lackadaisical spirit that niggas was having, that shit is dead, man.
Yeah, you're right. They was having the wrong mindset in this motherfucker. You sending your daughters off to college to learn how to be bigger whores than they already were. Right. Okay, because that's what it was. You couldn't have joy in your children here because Esau wasn't gonna let that happen. Why? Because in the early part of the slavery, they was being broken up. So that New Year's was a mournful day. It wasn't a so-called great New Year for the so-called Israelite. It was a mournful day. Why? Because that's when families were being broken up and shit, being shipped off to different parts and shit. That type of thing. They didn't know what was going to be the outcome at the end of the so-called first day of the year for this Edomite. Okay? But there be 9 things I've judged to be in my heart happy. And the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy in his children, and he that he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy.
Yeah, he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy, man.
That's
Who
a
don't?
Conan. That's a Conan.
Yeah, right, man. To crush your enemies and hear the lamentation of that woman, man. Who don't want it? Who don't want that, man?
Right.
Somebody that had their fucking foot on your neck the whole entire time, man.
And the Lord did go turn around and let you put your foot on their neck. What's wrong? See, and that's the problem with our people. The bulk, 2/3 of them. The bulk don't have the fucking world mentality to want to have the table turned and them to be on top. They hear it in a song, they'll love the song, but they won't be able to wrap their mind around that.
So the whole head Israel sick.
Our whole head Israel sick. Right. You know, when that song first dropped, I was loving that song. These young brothers walking around singing that shit. Started from the bottom, now we're here. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, because that's where we want to be. It's fucked up to be on the bottom. And then once you get this knowledge, as it says 7-7, Ecclesiastes 7-7, you understand the wickedness you under. You understand all these things. So we understand. Let me, instead of quoting, let me go on and pull it and whatnot, so that you can understand what I'm trying to say. Cause they be like, what is he saying? Let me read the script. Let me read the script.
On top of his head.
Yeah. Nah, let me read it so y'all won't be thinking that. What the? See, I hate this damn thing because it wants to do this stuff. Close. It don't want to give me the.
You got one more minute. That's the last scripture we're gonna be out.
Give me Ecclesiastes 7-7. Give me 10-7. Either or both of those.
Okay.
Ecclesiastes 7-7 and 10-7. Yeah, get to 77.
Yeah, after this one.
Yeah, we go through these 7, 10, 7. Boy, give me 7.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. It says, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
So when we understand and woke up and understood this oppression that we was in the middle of and whatnot, then it became even more depressing and more oppressive. Why? Because as they say, with ignorance is bliss. Okay, ignorance is bliss. When you don't know that you're being oppressed, when you don't know you're in slavery and this type of thing, then you walk around here, you just want to try to have a nice little job, try to get yourself a nice little house and get along. When you realize this was your fucking land and somebody took it from you, then you got a whole different mindset. You're like, why the fuck am I trying to kiss this Edomite's ass to get along? Okay? So it says, surely oppression make a wise man mad. As you get wiser, you get even more mad.
No, it say wise man.
Wise man.
Right, not a dumbass.
Not, you can't be a dumb fuck. You can't be a dumb fuck with this.
Right, because dummy, he's not gonna know he's oppressed.
No, he ain't gonna know you're oppressed. He go just, hey, let me get a $12 an hour, $14 an hour job. Let me get a nice little motherfucking three-car garage. Let me have my Chevy and this, that, and the other, maybe a Harley, so the white boys will like me and I'll be okay. Bullshit.
Yeah, it says, and a gift destroyeth the heart.
And a gift destroys the heart. Okay?
Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit.
So the patient, so we being the patient in the spirit, watching the proud in spirit get pulled down off his fucking high horse. Give me the 10 or something.
It says, I have seen service upon horses.
So I've seen servants upon horses. So these Edomites and all the people that want to be joined to them, getting rich off our back, we recognize them now. Okay? And the Most High recognize them. And these prophecies are coming to pass now. So all this kingdom that they had us at the bottom like they had us, is starting to get pulled down now.
Yep.
Okay? That's why, like I said, we started at the bottom, now we here.
Hey, well, it says that the day shall come when it shall be like unto me, man. Well, the Lord's about to make these heathens niggas.
That's right.
They know, but all these heathens, they know, but unchained runaway slaves. And shit.
That's it.
He gonna get put back in chains.
Get rounded back up.
Get rounded back up.
That's
all
right.
They are, man. That's why they angry, because they know that's the end of it.
That's it. Get ready to get rounded back up, put back in chains, and go. Hey, but you don't get a chance to go back up into the Caucasus Mountains and eat juniper roots and get another crack at it.
No, it's like that one scene on Django at the beginning where he said, Blueberry, I gave you your last apple. Remember I gave you my last apple?
I gave it.
Or it's like that one scene in the movie Snowpiercer when the one was like, don't you guys remember how I treated you? Well, that's the spirit of Esau pleading off, because that's in the scriptures, or how basically it says that every hand of the wicked is going to be upon him. Where all his workers are going to take over and they're going to overthrow him.
That's right.
For him being evil, man. Now that you've been made like unto the people, it's like, oh shit, I ain't got my gear on. I ain't got my sword. And I'm just, I got a first shot man on man. I'm about to get my ass beat. Remember how I treated you?
That's it, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. America is surrounded by its enemies. America is surrounded by the enemies. Go ahead, Op. Finish reading it.
It says, I have seen servants upon horses and princes as walking as servants upon the earth.
Okay, so we're the princes of the earth. You know, hopefully we're part of that. We're part of that Elohim that helped create this. Okay, and being part of that, we ain't out of pocket when we say this our shit.
It is our shit. Literally, it's our shit.
It's our
See,
shit.
the world's created for our sake.
Our sake, exactly.
What's
Yeah.
the old saying? The world don't owe you nothing. Bullshit. The world do. Hey, the world do owe Israel something, man.
Because without us, without the power of Yahweh Shemel Shah, if we're them men, having given them angels that power to create this, it wouldn't be here.
I mean, well, you got to think of it like this. The sun and the moon revolve around the earth, the world.
Right.
The Lord said he created the world for Israel's sake. So everything revolves around Israel, man.
That's right.
Hey, that's another old saying. The world don't revolve around you.
Yeah,
It does revolve around
technically
us.
it does, motherfucker.
Yeah, and that's the Israelite man, not the Israelite woman when you fucking knucklehead ass.
And we say that as humbly as possible. And yeah, like what Pop says, and the reason why it's like that is because the elect helped the Lord create everything, man.
Right.
That's the reason why. So it goes into you enjoying the fruits of your labor, along with and everything that along
The
with
husbandman,
the husbandman.
that takes pleasure in the first fruit.
The husband. We are the Lord's husbandry, man. We've been building houses and planting in the name of the Lord, man.
Right, so that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna get ready to end it, man. Hopefully it's been edifying. Brothers, look at man, pan the camera around,
this
slow ass
It's
shit.
fucking dead as hell out here, man.
Saturday night.
Shit, it's barely turning 8 o'clock.
8
It would
o'clock
have
on
still
Saturday
people.
night.
It would have still been people out here, man. And it's not because of the weather, because people would be out here in fucking in the teens and single digit
broke, man.
weather.
They broke. That's why they ain't got. That's why they out
broke.
here. The few people out here, the few that's trying to do a little shopping or whatever. But like I said, they ain't out here. Like I said, cause normally they be trying to get them after
Christmas
sales and shit. They be trying to buy up some shit.
And
right
it would
now.
still be people out here. It is, man.
It's dead as fuck out here.
So with all
All
that,
right.
With all that, yeah, we're gonna give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh,
Shah,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem. Double honors to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone and Rulewell. Salutations to the brothers out there pushing this truth, and Shalom.
Shalom.
And the Bible Ball.
A barber ball.